Pranav, is my screen is visible to everyone?
Yes, it is.
16 minutes. Varsha, shall we start or we will wait for some other time?
No, you can start now.
Yeah. Hi guys, let me introduce myself. Gunadeep, Android lead from GDSC PEC Chennai, Pratisha Engineering College. So very happy to see you all here. Today our session is going to be so interactive and hands-on section. So in our section, by end of this session, all the participants are going to build their own application, mobile application. So what's the mobile application that we are going to create in our session today is simple interest calculator. So by the end of this session, we are all going to build our own application, our own simple interest calculator that will be helpful for calculating the simple interest. So it will be very beginner friendly session. So let's start with so let us open the Android Studio first. So let's start our session. So I think everybody have installed the Android Studio in their laptops. I think my screen has stopped. Guys, please be patient for 2 more minutes. I have network issue. Just 2 minutes. Sorry for the inconvenience. Yeah, guys, all set. No issues. We will start without any delay. Yeah, let's open the Android Studio first. So let me show you what we are going to build in today our session. So I think everybody can see the screen, right? So this is the UI design what we are going to design for our mobile application simple interest calculator. So if you see the UI design, so screen is not visible. Guys, is my screen is visible, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, what you are seeing is the UI design for our mobile application. So it is very simple. Where it will the session will be very beginner friendly. I'm going to explain in detail everything. So now we will open the Android Studio first. So when we open the Android Studio, so we can see the what are the projects which we have done recently. When we are let me show you how to create a new project. So for creating a new project, here we have the option new project. We will be clicking on that. So after clicking, we will have a set of activities, list of activities. So in that, we are going to select empty activity. So after selecting the empty activity, we will be clicking on the next button. So we can name our application, our mobile app name, which we can your wish. So right now we are making calculator, right? Simple interest calculator. So we will name it as calculator. And then here the programming language. So as we are using the Kotlin programming language for creating the mobile application, we can also do with the Java programming language if you are familiar with. So right now in this session, we are using Kotlin programming language. So by default, the Kotlin program will be selected. So if not, select the Kotlin programming language and then the next minimum SDK. So this will be the minimum SDK that the mobile should consist of so that your mobile application will be run. So if the mobile minimum SDK is API 28, so the mobile should consist of minimum SDK of API 28 in order to run your mobile application. So we have set it into API 28 and we will be clicking on the finish button. So immediately after clicking the finish button, our project will be going to create. As you can see here at the bottom, the files which are needed for our project will be loading and downloading. So don't interrupt, let it complete successfully. Let it Gradle build successful. After that, we will start doing our project. So at the bottom, you can see, right, the Gradle is building. So if anything issue, if you have with a network issue or anything system errors, you will Gradle building will be failed. The Gradle sync will be failed. If anything like that happens, you please build the Gradle again. So we got a message here, right, in the left bottom, Gradle sync finished. I think you guys can see that. So after that, we can start our doing our project. Let me explain you. I think in the first section is of the workshop, already they have explained the project structure and everything about the Android Studio. So in this Android Studio, we will be having two activities. So that are one is for front end. In simple words, we will be having XML files and then Kotlin files. The XML files are used for designing part, UI designing. Like you can say it as front end. So the XML files are used for front end designing, and the Kotlin files are with the extensions KT. So those are known as Kotlin files. Those are used to writing the logics for your programs. I think everybody are clear with that. So in the XML file, we will be having three modes: code mode, design mode, split mode, and then the design mode. In the design mode, we will be designing our user interface for our mobile applications. Or if you are familiar with the XML code, writing the XML, if you are familiar with the writing the XML code, you can directly write the XML code for your user interface. Yeah, it will be very helpful. The design mode will be very easy for the beginners. Yeah, and the next is by default, we will be having a text view called Hello World. So let me delete that first. Yeah, by selecting this is known as component tree. Yeah. In the left side, you can see, right? That is known as component tree. In the component tree, this is used to show the structure of your UI designing. What are the layers you are going to use? What are the components you have used? The everything structure will be seen in the component tree. I think if it is minimized, you please maximize here. You will be seen here component tree. Yeah. After that, here we have a palette section. So in this palette section, we will be having several components. The like text views regarding the text, and then buttons we will be having widgets, etc. everything we will be having in the palette section. If you want anything in the design like this, if so, right, if you want to implement some button in your UI designing, you just select the button option from the palette section and you will just drop here. Yeah. See, after dropping the button to the UI design, here you can see the in the component tree button in between the constraint layouts. See, by default you are having the constraint layout. We have several layouts like constraint layout, linear layout. In the linear layout, we have two variants. One is horizontal linear layout and other is vertical linear layout. Fine. So this is the basics for doing our project in the today's section. Whether you understand or don't understand it, don't worry. You will be learning. See, this is the Kotlin file. Here we are going to write the logics for. So if we click the button in that friend user interface, what should happen? If we click on the text view, what should happen? Everything, events handling, everything will be done in the uh, these Kotlin files, logic files. Here we are going to write the logics. Yeah. Without any delay, we will be start doing our project. See, if we see in our UI design, so first, what's the first thing we have to do? The UI is having a background of color with orange. So we'll start doing. So please, every all the participants do while I am doing. So follow my instructions so that by end of this section, you can also complete the application. Yeah, we will start doing. Guys, everybody are following, I think so. Please raise your hands if you are following me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thanks, Anand, Tanvi, Prajwal. Yeah, yeah. Thanks for your response. We will start doing. So we will change first the background color. We will set the background color, right? For setting the background color, we will first open the design mode. So in the design mode, what is the basic layout we have? We are having is constraint layout by default. You can follow the constraint layout, or else if you want any other layout, you can do. As a beginner, my suggestion to use the constraint layout because you can set the all the constraints. Yeah, you will be learning by doing. Yeah, I will, see. I forgot to say about this session. It is very important. So this is the attribute section. Here you will be having several attributes. Hope all of you guys are having a clear cut idea about CSS, right? The same CSS, what are the properties we have used in the CSS? Everything will be available in this attribute section. We will having this search bar. In this search bar, see, for example, if you want to change the background color, right? So I'm searching background color. So while I'm searching in the search bar, we will get the options here. So in here, we are selecting the background. So we have this. Yeah, just by clicking on the color you want, or else you have the hexa code. If you are having the hexa code for your color you are willing, you just copy that and paste here in the hexa code section so that you will get that color. Or else, if you are having that color in the resources file, you can just by that. I think it is the easy way. You can copy the hexa code and you can paste here. Yeah, we have say background color is all set for us. So we will open. Yeah, and yeah, first thing we have set the background color, and the next thing what we are having a box, like we are having a box, right? A white color box which is holding the all the components, right? So we have to create, the next step is to create that box. Guys, it will be very simple. Please follow my instructions so that you can also complete this project by end of this session, so that you can have one small mini project in your resume. So that box, which is that is a layout. So in that layout, what is the layout we have used is linear layout. In that linear layout, we have used vertical linear layout. In linear layout, we have two variants. One is horizontal linear layout and other one is vertical linear layout. So here all the components in the vertical linear layout, all the components will be arranged in vertically. In the horizontal, all the components will be arranged in the horizontal. That's the key differences between the linear layout, horizontal and vertical. Just differ based on the components arranged, aligned. So here we are using the vertical linear layout. For the linear layout, in the palette section, clicking on the layout menu options will be available. Here, linear layout vertical. So here all the layouts will be available here. Constant layout. We have different types of layouts: linear layout, horizontal, vertical, frame layout, table row, and then space. Whatever the layout you are interested, you are willing to place in your UI designing, you can just drag that layout and drop it in the UI section. Yeah. Now we are going to use the linear layout vertical. So here, in order to select, we should select in the component tree. See what are the basic mistakes which are done by the beginners, right? You just don't follow the selecting the component tree. See, if you select here, maybe it has selected the constraint layer. We will change the attributes here. So don't confuse. You just click on in order to select, use the component tree for selecting. So linear layout vertical. We will just here we will be having layout width, layout height, and everything the properties attributes will be available here in the attribute section. So if you see, the box is having some width and height, right? So those width and height can be assigned here in the see if here we are having layout width. This layout width, in this layout width, you can give three types. One is match parent, which means it will match the parent size. What here the parent of linear layout vertical is constant layout. So if you give the linear layout width as a match parent, you will get the size of the constant layout. So let's say, or else you can give the wrap content. See, let's here in this session we will search for layout width. Yeah, here it will, let's say 350 dp, or else let's say 370 dp. In the layout height, we will give 300 dp, no, 500 dp. Yeah, I think it's better. Or else we will be having, let's say, okay, it's fine with 500 dp. See, we have set the layout width and layout height here. So in order to place the components in a constraint layout, the constraint layout will be consists of 4 constraints. That is constraint top, constraint right, and constraint left, and constraint bottom. So you have to give the constraints. Here, if you see, here you will be giving the constraints in the attribute section, or else as you are if you are a beginner, it's a better way to give the constraints is, I will show you how. You just uh, drag the constraint layout bottom to the down, and again to the top, constraint layout top, constraint layout left, and then constraint layout right, so that you will get the component in the center. After that, you can place wherever you want. So that will be very easy method. Or else, if you are very comfortable, you can give the constraint layout values in the constraint in the attribute section with 0 values, so that you will get the component into center. After that, you can give the values. Yeah, we have centered the that box. So the box is having a color of background color white. How will we setting the background color? Background color we have seen in the first step itself. We will be selecting the component in the component tree, and we will be searching in the search bar for background. After searching for the background, we will be selecting the option. From that, we will be selecting the color palette, the color, and the color will be reflected to our UI design. Fine, we have got that box. And the next step, if we see in that layout, we are having one text view. So these are what are the text you are going to see. You are seeing in the UI design are known as text views. So we are having simple interest calculator. Fine. Uh, so in order to place that, we in the palette section select the text menu, and here we will be having the text view. Just drag the text view and drop in the UI design. After dropping that, see in the attribute section you will getting several attributes for the text view, like you can set the text color, size, and everything, alignment, margins, everything you can set. So if we see, first thing we have to set the text for the text view. So what is the default? We are having text view, so just remove that and type the text what you are having. So we are having simple interest calculator. Interest calculator. Just enter the enter button so that you will get the text. After that, we have to increase the text size, right? Search for the text size. You will be getting the text size option. There you can set the text size of your text view. So let's say the text view size as 20 sp. Fine. After that, we'll set the color for that. So we are having, keep that black. Fine. In order to set the uh, font for that, select the text view and search for font. So we will be having several fonts here, available fonts in font family. You can select from that to in order to set that. So right now we will set the text style. Again, we will having the text style option. There you will be having normal, bold, italic, several options. Let's say bold. Set the property to the bold, and then see it is not center, right? In order to set that, just in the gravity center. So in order to center the component, you search for the gravity option. There you will find the center option. tick on that, change the boolean value false from false to true. Fine. We have got the heading simple interest calculator. Before that, as you observe, every component in this white box are in the center, right? So we don't need to set all the components, selecting all components and changing that to. Rather than doing that, we will just make the linear layout vertical, gravity to center. So select the linear layout vertical here and search for the gravity option. There you will be finding the center. Change the value from false to true. Don't worry guys, even though the text is at the center, after arranging all the components, you will be everything components will be aligned in the center. Fine. If you see what we have completed the background section and then text view box and then text view. So after that, what we are having, we are having the again text view will calculate your simple interest easily. That you can do, I think. So it's small a task for you. You can do that. And the next thing, we are having another box. In that, we are the whichever calculated interest will be shown there. So we will create that one. This the text view calculate your simple interest easily. That you can do that. So I will be doing the color which is, yeah, cream color, maybe, I don't know. So the that box we are going to do right now. So we will be doing that. From the palette section, select the layout. Hope all the participants are following my instructions. So in the layout, we are going to use the vertical one. So just select the linear layout vertical. Just drop it there. After dropping, set the layout width and height. Let's say the layout width of 350 dp. And then layout height to 80 dp. And we will set the color just by searching the background color, and there we will change the color to, let's say, we will go with this color. Fine. And again we will set the gravity property to center so that all the components will be at the center. Fine. And then the next thing we are going to do is what we are having a two text view. One is for viewing the answer, and other is for just a heading. So we will be dropping the text view in this linear layout vertical. This is for showing the answer. So remember that. Let's change the text properties for that. And right now it will be empty, so that after calculating the answer, that will be shown there. Let's say that text size is to 30 sp. Fine. And then we will set that alignment to center just by searching the gravity and then changing the boolean value to center. Fine. We have completed that. And then see, if you see, we are the UI design, we are having three edit text. Edit text are used to take the input from the user. What we can take the input from the user. So right now we are having three edit text. For calculating the simple interest, we need three values from the user. One is principal amount, and the second one is rate of interest, and the third one is time period. So we will start creating those three edit text. From the palette section, you select the text option. There you will find several edit text. So in that edit text, that too you can see several options like whether the user is giving the number, data type, that can be a phone number, that can be email or password. Based on that, you can just track that type of edit text and use in your UI design. Let's say he is giving a normal integer value number. Yeah, sorry guys, a small internet issue. Yeah, fine. Um, Now we are going to do the edit text. Fine. For that, we will just drag the number edit text. So we are having three, right? So we just drag three edit text here. Fine. We have dropped the three edit text number so that the user can enter the integer value. We can take the integer value from the user. Fine. After that, we have to what to do? We have to change the width and height property for that. So rather than doing one by one, we can do all at a time. So, why? Because all the width and height are same, right? In order to do that, select all the three using control button. Search for layout width. Yeah, here we got that. Fine. Yeah, in the layout width, let's say 300 dp. Fine. And then layout height, we will go with 60 dp. Fine. And then next, all are merged, right? So we will change the properties of margin bottom. See in the here itself, when you search for the margin, you will get several options. In order to change, you can change the layout margin top or left, and then right. Several options you will get. Let's say we are going to change the layout margin bottom. So we are changing to 50 dp. I think it's enough. So this linear layout vertical and then the edit text are just merged. So let's change the margin property of linear layout simply by searching the margin. There you'll get the layout margin bottom. Let's say for 5 dp. No, let's change to 10 dp. I think still they are merged. So we will change to bottom 20, 15 dp. I think it's enough. Fine. And then the next thing we have to do is we have created three edit text, but they are having hint, right? Principal amount, rate of interest, and time period. We have to show him the hint what the input he have to go. So for that, you have to select the edit text in the component tree and search for the hint option. There you have can type your hint principal amount. Fine, you have got that, and then second thing you have to do is for the hint for this rate of interest. Rate of sorry, search for hint. There enter the hint, rate of interest. Rate of interest, fine. And then third, what's the third hint? And that is time period. Fine. For the third edit text, we'll time period. Fine. All set. Here we are having the in the UI we are having two buttons, calculate button and reset button. So those buttons but are arranged horizontally. But in we have used what the parent one, we have used a linear layout vertical. If you drag those buttons and drop here, those will be aligned vertically. But we are having horizontally, right? For that you need to create another layout. I don't think time permits, so we will go vertically. We'll just drag the buttons. Fine. Yeah, we got those buttons. We can change the button width and height by selecting those buttons. So let's say width of 80 dp. It's, sorry, 150 dp. I think it's look better. And height of 60 dp. Fine. The same thing we will do here. $80 and then $60. Sorry, $150. Yeah. See, we have changed the width, but in the UI design, we are having both as horizontal. If you want to do the same, you can just in the layout section, you just drop the linear layout horizontal to the linear layout vertical and then arrange those buttons in that. You will get that by horizontal. Due to time constraints, I am doing vertically. We don't have that much time to do again. Yeah, we will change the colors of those buttons. How we can change? We can just change by background tint property. There you will find. Yeah. Which was gray. I think it's look better, right? Fine. We will also change for this same color. Yeah. And then we will change the text. Here we are by default we are having the text button. So change the text button to calculate and then reset button. Fine, all set. So we have completed the UI design. What to do next? The next thing we have to do is we have to write the logic for that. How to calculate that? How to calculate the simple interest? How to show? When to show? Everything even should be handled. So for that, the everything code should be written in the Kotlin file, KT file. So for that, you just have to give the IDs for the everything. Whatever you are using the going to write the logics for that, you just have to give the logics. You just have to give the IDs so that you can link them and you can use them in the Kotlin file, and thereby you can write the logic for that. What are the things components we are going to use in the logic file? That means the Kotlin file. We are using this edit text, 3 edit text, because we are taking that input, right? So for that 3 edit text, we are going to set the IDs for that. So by default, we are having the IDs edit text number. So change that to the IDs like edit text principal amount. Edit text principal amount. Fine. Yeah, refactor. And the next thing, this one edit text will change to interest. Edit text interest. Fine. And the next thing, edit text time period. We'll change the name ID from edit text to number to edit text time period. And then these buttons, change the name. By default, we are having button 2 name. So change those to button calculate and then button reset. One more thing, all set. We have set everything IDs for the components. But one more thing, we need to set this ID. We forgot to change the ID for this, but because this text view is used to show answer, right? So let's say we are going to have that as text view answer. Fine. All set. Now we are going to write the logics. So this is the Kotlin file you are seeing, right? So here we are going to write the logics for our user interface. Everything event handling will be done here. So fine. Uh, First thing you have to do is so here you are going to write everything, all your logics. So first thing you have to initialize the components. Let me write the code first. Edit text principal amount, which type it is, edit text. See what I have written, late init var edit text principal amount. Which type of it is, edit text. So fine. What is mean by late init? Late initialization. That those are the variables you are going to use in the next upcoming. The means you are going to write in the next lines. So those will be used initialized using late init. So var and val, and the next keyword is var. The difference we also having the keyword val for declaring the variables. We can declare the variables using both var and var, val and var. The only difference is if you declare with the keyword var, you can't change the value of that. If you declare with the keyword val, you can change the value in further. So that is the key difference between var and val in the Kotlin programming language. So this is how you will be initializing the components. You have not yet initialized, you have just named the variable as edit text principal amount. The same thing you have to do for all the variables. Fine. We have done the same thing. We have principal amount, edit text, and the next thing what we have, edit text interest, right? Yeah, interest. Which type of it is? It is a edit text. Edit text. And the next thing, late init var edit text. Hope you guys are following. Edit text time period. Let's name it. And then which type of it is? It is edit text, right? Oh shit. Yeah. And then next thing, late init var. We have declared 3 editors and we should declare 2 buttons, right? Button calculate and which type it is, it's button, right? So button. So the next thing, late init var button reset, which type it is, button. So declaring it is button. The next thing, let init var text view answer for viewing the answer. Fine, text view. So we have declared those. See, you can declare if you want to declare. Sorry. If we are declaring in the onCreate method, we don't need to use this late init. You can just use by using the var, you can directly declare the components. But if you are, let me show you. So if you are declaring before the onCreate, then you have to use the late init. I think you have understand the why we are using the late init, right? Keyword. Fine. We have just declared the variable names. We have not initialized the values. So for initializing, how we will do? Let me show you. Edit text principal amount is equals to find view by id. We are having a method called find view by id. This method is used to identify the components in the UI designing and link initialize them in the Kotlin file. So here we are going to pass the parameters r.id dot, in which r means resources. In the resources file, we will be having the XML files, right? So r.id dot, whatever the id we have given, uh, that will be shown here. R.id dot, what we have given for that edit text principal amount. Fine. We will be selecting that and we will be pressing the enter button. So that this is how initializing the components will be done. The same thing you should follow for everything. So guys, start initializing all the components. Follow the same. Edit text interest is equals to find view by id r.id dot edit text interest. Where is interest? Here you will be having. Fine. Next, edit text button. Sorry, period. Edit text time period is equals to find view by id r.id dot. Everything whatever we have declared the variables, those should be initialized. Don't forget to initialize all the components. And next, order time period. Where is time period? Here we will be having. And next, button. Button calculate is equals to find view by id r.id dot edit button calculate. Next, button reset is equals to find view by id for no, find view by id button reset. Next, button, so we have declared the all buttons, right? Next thing is text view answer. Text view answer find view by id r.id dot edit text principal amount. No, a text view answer. Fine. We have initialized everything. Guys, don't forget to initialize all the variables which we have declared. Fine. After initializing, see, when we are doing the big projects, as this is, it's a beginner section. We are using the find view by id method. But now we are having view binding option. So that you will be learning in the advanced level. Uh, there you can use the view binding option. In the graded file, you will be changing the view binding to boolean true value so that you can just directly use the UI components. At first, as beginner, you just follow this method so that you will be comfortable and you will be can adopt easily to view binding method. Next thing. uh, Next thing what we have to do is we have to handle the events. When he clicks the calculated button, the interest should be calculated, right? So what is the calculate button? Button calculate is the id. So dot set click on listener method is used to handle the events, clickable events. Set on click listener. This event handler is used to handle the click events in the mobile applications. So by using this, we are handling the button calculate. There we are calculating the, let's calculate the interest. For that you have to get the text from what the user enters, right? So for that, let me write and explain. Principal calculate is equals to edit text. That edit text is edit text principal amount dot what we are getting that as text, but in a some binary format or any another mission code format. So we need to convert that into toString so that we can convert using the toString method. This is how we are going to take the input from the user. Fine. After taking the principal amount, the same thing you have to take the interest variable and then time period, right? So the same lines of code, right? Time period dot text dot toString, and then where time is equals to edit text time period dot text dot toString. Fine. And then see, we can't do the calculations with the strings, right? So that for that you need to convert you need to perform the typecasting. You can typecast to integer by you in Kotlin programming language, same as other programming language. We are having the facility of typecasting. For typecasting to integer, we are having the method called toInt method. Fine, everything, every values are converted to integer. Then right now you can perform all the calculations as they are in the integer format, integer data type, right? So again, we are going to store the answer in the answer variable. What's the formula for calculating the simple interest? P T R by 100, right? Fine. See, in Kotlin programming language, you can use semicolons. That's your wish. And then after calculating, right now we are having the answer in our answer variable. We have to show that answer to the user, right? What's the how to show? We have created the text view in the user interface in the user UI. We have named the ID to text view answer. In order to show that text view answer dot text change dot text is equals to answer. So that the answer will be visible to the user. But the one thing is that the answer is right now in integer format. In order to show in the UI design, it should be in the string format. Again, we should perform the typecasting. We need to change to toString. Fine, all set. After clicking the calculate button, the interest will be calculated and shown to the user. But after calculating, all the values should be again, he will perform again, right? So all the values should reset to null values. So we need to write what should happen after clicking on button reset. So to write that, the same thing we have to follow button reset dot how we can handle the events, clickable events, set on click listener. There after clicking, what should happen? So the all the values should be null. Edit text principal is equals to null dot text is equals to null, and then edit text interest dot text should be null, and then edit text time period dot text should be null. By last answer also should be null, right? Dot text is equals to null. Fine. We have all set. We have written everything logics here. Fine, all set. So this is how you write the logics. Fine. After that, everything set. We have created the UI design and then we have created we have written the logics for that. Fine. How to install these applications which we have developed in our mobile? You can do here. Here we are having build option. There you can build the build bundles or APKs. So you can create the APK files here, and you can build the APK files here, and you can share in the WhatsApp so that you can install in your mobile applications. This is how you can do the build your own applications. So hope all you have followed. I think something you have understand. Okay, fine. We will be having a small quiz section right now. Questions will be very basic. The first question is, name the event handler for handling clicks in applications. Please, guys, if you know the answer, type in the chat box. Prajwal, set on click listener. Great, great, great. So we will go for the next one. List out the variants in the linear layout. What are the variants in the linear layout? Horizontal, vertical, cushy, great. What is the method used in Kotlin for typecasting number into integer? To int. Difference between var and val in Kotlin programming language. Mutable and immutable. And the last question is, abbreviate the letter R in r.id. Digvijay Manogar, yeah, great. Abbreviate the letter R in r.id. Uh, Fine. The superclass. What is the full form of R? Why are you using R? Because it is resources file, right? Everything, every XML file and all the strings will be stored in the XML. Great, 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 great. Krishana, Abhishek, great. Very happy, guys. Uh, Thanks for participating. Hope we will be rejoin again. We will be meet in the next workshop. Thanks for participating. Let's wind up this session.
So hello,
Tejas, shall we wind up
hello.
this session?
Yeah, Shruti is speaking.
Yeah, hello. It was an amazing session, Gunadip, and I hope everyone understood the concept you covered and did the hands-on as well. Last but not least, thank you to everyone for attending all three sessions, and I hope everyone learned the basics of Android and how exactly application get built. You can reach out us any of us whenever you have any doubts. So lastly, everyone can turn on your my camera. I am taking screenshot. Just let me give access of the camera to everyone. Tejas, just
Thank
give
you.
the
Thank
access
you,
to.
Sainika.
Hello, Tejas, give the access to
I
everyone.
don't have I don't have the permission.
Okay, just I'm given to everyone. Just please turn on your camera. I have given the access to everyone. Just please turn on your camera. I hope everyone has access now. If you don't have, just drop in chat your name.
Shruti, I don't think everyone has camera access.
What? Can you repeat?
Everyone don't have the camera access.
Just I am giving everyone.
But some people don't have, like Yash, Jadhav and all.
Okay, just check now. Yeah, just okay. Just please turn on your camera. Gunadip, can you stop your sharing?
Yeah, yeah, fine.
Okay, so I am taking a screenshot. Just 1 second. Just one more. Yeah, done. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining the session. Here, Gunadip share his LinkedIn account. You can reach out to him from that account also.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you,
Google Form
Shruti,
should
for
be.
organizing this event. Yes, Kiran, thank you for participating.
Yes. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Thank you to
thank
everyone.
you for all the participants.
Yes, thank you. You can leave
Had
the
a
meet
great
now.
time. Thank you.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Bye. Bye, everyone. Good night.
This Google Form will be rolled out to your WhatsApp groups. Thank you.